Recording.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Ready? Wait, hang on. Okay.
What's up, everybody? I'm here with my good buddy,
Amy Martz.
Amy Martz. So we normally do a Feature Friday, and I interview somebody, get their pro tips on life and whatnot. This time, change of pace. You said you wanted to what?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you a couple questions that I feel like are really important.
Okay.
So, like, what do you think is like the foundation to success, like with martial arts?
All right. Good question. What is the foundation to success? Do you mean like in your training, so you can be
Yeah, so maybe start me off like with children. Like, so my daughter goes here. Like, the mindset is just really incredible.
Mm-hmm.
So, what can you tell me a little bit about that?
All right. So to be successful, one is consistency. You need to show up. Absolutely show up, whether it's adults or kids. You came to me because you've been training. You started our kickboxing program, and now you since graduated. Now you're doing kickboxing and jiu-jitsu. So that's where you're at.
And I love it.
And your daughter's training. How old is she?
She's 8.5.
8.5. And what belt is she?
She's about to be a green-white belt.
Wow. Okay. So she's been training for a while now. So there's your first class. You came to me and you said, how hard do I need to be pushing this exercise? Because your face was really red. Now you were sweating.
It's out of shape.
Okay, we're all out of shape. So, and I looked at you, and what did I say to you?
So don't. And I was like,
You said, when do I know I'm pushing it too far? How far do I push it? I said, You don't. Your first job is just to get here. Consistency is absolutely more important than that intensity. What will happen is with that intensity and that physical training, what will happen is the next time you come, maybe you do show up, but you're only applying 50% effort. So my goal is to get you in here and applying 70, 80% effort every time you're here, so it's consistent training. Now, with children, a lot of times I call them these parent coaches. They're on the sidelines, these parent coaches, and they're barking at their child. They're going, Billy, put the other foot in front. Sally, no, bend your arm. So what happened?
the critical voice.
Like so is that what you call it?
That's what the critical voice.
So you'll hear that on the sidelines. And what happens is the child now, because you can only focus on one thing at a time, the child now will be like, well, I'm supposed to listen to mom or dad, but I'm supposed to listen to Mr. Instructor. Who do I listen to? And now they're distracted. So now what happens, the performance actually drops. So what we say is with patience, be patient with your child, trust the instructors, let them do their job, and trust that the behaviorally. Now afterwards, after the training session, praise them. Find something to praise them about. Human behavior says we want to come in and we want to be critical. We want to say, you could have done that better. You know, you're paying attention. Johnny over there was paying attention. How come you weren't paying attention? Why aren't you sitting still? All of that negative talk. So what is a child going to hear when they come back to martial arts advantage? That negative talk, that negative speak.
So you change it up. That's what I really noticed. Like I noticed a shift in Mila's her whole mindset or positivity came back because you don't do the critical voice. You do the positive reinforcement.
Positive. We call it positive phrasing.
Positive
so
phrasing.
Anything we can do to positive phrase. Now, there's at times you got to be critical, so we call it the praise, correct, praise, PCP. So you praise them, then you correct them, then you praise them again. That's how a black belt leader would do it like this, Billy. Now, your punch can be more powerful if you squeeze it super tight. Now, I love the way you yelled super loud. I love that intensity. Did that help?
Yes. So, it's actually helped me as a parent.
In what way?
Well, just like the positive phrase, because I was that critical parent.
Okay. Well, so that's not unusual, by the way.
No, right.
So my background's in psychology, behavior modification, whatnot. So my experience, my formal education, just helped me put labels on what I've been doing in practicum, in the classroom for years and years and years. And so it's normal for parents to have that critical voice, as you say. It's also very normal for teachers in schools and daycares. I've got a lot of experience with teachers, a lot of experience with daycares, and you hear that. So when I walk into an environment, I look and listen for that positive phrasing, and sadly enough, it's hard to hear. It's you hear,
especially when you learn it, the way that you're doing it. It becomes like eye-opening when it's the negative critical voice versus the positive phrasing.
Yeah, it's definitely an exercise. It definitely takes a lot of practice. For the instructors, for example, when they come in here, we say things like, we play a no, don't stop game. No, don't stop. So if another instructor, we give each other permission. If another instructor hears someone else start a phrase with no or don't or stop, we go, no, don't, stop. We do that little voice, kind of make it comical. So it reminds the instructor, without being abrasive, it reminds the instructor, hey, look, there's probably another way to phrase that positively. For example, a lifeguard. You're a lifeguard at the pool, and you see little Billy running across the pool. What do people normally say?
Don't run.
Don't run! Don't run! What could you say, which would be positive phrasing?
Walk slowly.
Walk slowly.
Walk carefully.
Walk carefully. Walk, please. What'll happen is, with the brain, if you say, no, don't, this, whatever, it's like a second language. What a child has to do at that point is got to go, no running. Okay, no running means, okay, what's the opposite of that? Then I got to translate that. So it takes many more processes to actually understand what you're saying. Why don't you get right to the point and say, walk, please?
Yep. It's super efficient, and I can't thank you enough for what you do here. Like, you really made an impact. You and all the instructors, like, have really made an impact in my life.
Oh, you're too sweet.
Yes. So, anyway, so tune in next week for, what are we saying again? What's it called?
Feature Friday?
Feature Friday.
Okay. Same bat channel, same bat day. Back to you, Bob. And they got Bob.
Literally.
I got Bob recording. That was a long video.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was like 6 minutes.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.